What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Orioles Today, and as always, I am Sean Ferguson. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this latest episode here on the channel. If you're a fan of this episode, please throw a bag of barbecue-flavored sunflower seeds at the like button. And if you're a fan of this content, please subscribe. Get yourself daily notifications for all of these daily video drops covering all things the Baltimore Orioles. And I wanted to start this episode how I left off the last episode, and that is talking about the Grayson Rodriguez and Taylor Ward trade. When I was recording that episode, that trade broke maybe 10 to 15 minutes prior, so it had just happened. You got the raw emotional reaction from that trade going down. I have now had time to digest it and look at it a little bit more. It still doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I know not just on this channel, but over other social media platforms, everyone's talking about it, especially us diehard Orioles fans, about you like it, you don't like it. I know a lot of people out there, they're okay with it because of the fact Rodriguez has not been able to stay healthy. He missed all of 2025 due to injury. He's still getting that. He just finished getting the elbow cleanup, and we're not sure exactly how long until he's able to return. Rumors saying he was going to be good to come back for spring training. It still might now for the Angels, but who knows? And I understand why a lot of people were okay with him leaving or being traded, I should say. I still am not a fan of the move. I really do like Grayson Rodriguez. I think he was a great fit here in Baltimore, and I loved him when he was moving his way up through the ranks through the Orioles farm system. And when he finally got the call up to the big leagues, I was so happy for him. And when he was healthy, he was great. And this year, we talked about it of where could we put him to get him back to where he was. And I feel like no matter what, you just give him a little time, he would have got back there. And I know that's the Oriole fan of me, hoping and wishing, but I feel like he would have got back there eventually. And to start the year, we have Trevor Rogers, we have Kyle Bradish. You could have put Rodriguez in that 3 or 4 spot in the rotation as well, and slowly let him work his way back up to potentially be a number 1 or 2 guy for your franchise. And moving him now, it's a little frustrating. I'm still trying to understand it. You trade away to need for another need. You need starting pitching, and you trade a guy away. And in my opinion, it has to be. It's just because they are not totally set on him being able to get back to where he was. They've been around him. They know what's going on when it comes to his injuries and his surgeries. They know all that. We don't. They decide to move on, and the Angels are taking a big risk because they don't know if the guy they just got is going to be able to get to the potential they hope he will get to and that he had when he was with Baltimore. But in my mind, they really don't give up a lot to go get him. So they're taking a risk to get him, but they're not giving up a lot. They give us Taylor Ward, who is statistically coming off of his best season. He had a career high in doubles with 31, home runs with 36, and RBIs with 103. But he still batted .228 to go with that. So a lot of power, which is something the Orioles did not have last year. They didn't have a bat hit over 17 home runs. So 36 home runs is a far cry from what we did have. So the Orioles are taking a gamble that Rodriguez is not going to be what he used to be, and that Ward can at least get close to mimicking what he did last year in LA. And the Orioles are taking on a contract of $11.2 million, which is nothing crazy, but it reminded me of the Corbin Burnes trade. No, Taylor Ward is not Corbin Burnes' level. I'm not comparing that. I'm comparing when it comes to contracts. You're giving up a bunch to get a guy you're only going to have for a year, as Taylor Ward is eligible to become a free agent in 2027. So you're going to get him for a year and are very hopeful he is going to be at the levels that he was at this past season for the Angels, hopefully hit a little better. He's only a career .247 hitter, so he's nothing crazy there, but he's also 32 years old. So you're hoping that he is going to have the same type of power he had last season as he's getting older. And I'm hopeful. The Orioles need a nice power outfield bat, and I'm hopeful that they got one in Taylor Ward, that he's able to reproduce what he did for the Angels last season. But it's really still sad to see Grayson Rodriguez go. I hope he does well with the Angels. I really hope he does. I'm hopeful that he's able to get healthy and just get back to where he used to be when he was with the Orioles. And it stinks because if you look at it too, yes, it might have taken a little longer for Grayson to get healthy, but with Ward, he's a guy that's a free agent in 2027. You still have control of Grayson Rodriguez through 2029. So it's not like you were running out of time with him and you had to pay him all of this money. So that part is also a head scratcher. But to me, it's showing me that the Orioles are not going to be afraid to make big moves to improve this roster in their own eyes. And even if I don't believe that Taylor Ward is a massive, massive upgrade for the Orioles might view him that way as a guy who's a difference maker in an area that they needed, a power outfield bat. And it's another right-handed bat as well that the Orioles needed. And we'll see. We'll see if this is the end of the trades. I do not believe so. Mike Elias's MO as he does not like to sign free agents to big multi-year contracts, and this is the year that we kind of feel like that has to happen. If the Orioles want to have that bounce-back season, if they want to compete in this league with teams that can buy virtually anybody, especially in our own division with the likes of the Red Sox and with the Yankees, they're going to have to. Now, they could be setting up to where this wasn't even close to being the last trade. Again, I wasn't expecting Rodriguez to be moved. I did say, wait for the qualifying offer period to end. Moves are going to start to happen. And that very night, we see our first big trade. We've already traded the Cubs to get Andrew Kittredge back, but this is a big one. And Ryan Mountcastle's been rumored a lot to possibly be on the way out for the Orioles. We talked about that as well. And the outfield is now jammed up, I should say. It's a log jam. I just said that word backwards. But you got Colton Cowser out there now with Taylor Ward. You still got Taylor O'Neill. You still have Heston out there. You have Jeremiah Jackson out there. You have Dylan Beavers. And who else is going to be on the move? I feel like they are still to come. I feel like the Orioles are going to, and who knows? And I said this too. I said that Taylor Ward, he could possibly still be a trade chip for the Orioles. So he's with the Orioles organization now, but could he possibly be packaged into another deal to go get a starting pitcher that they would like? Who knows? We talked about this too. Joe Ryan would be a great addition to the Orioles. They were able to go out and trade for him. And a big name that everyone's been talking, a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people have been talking about, and I've seen it talked about on this channel, is Mackenzie Gore with the Nationals, their 26-year-old ace. What are you going to have to give up to go get him? Maybe that is another move that the Orioles could possibly be making. I know I'm hopeful. I know I'm optimistic. I know I'm throwing out a bunch of scenarios, but I see that as a possibility. The Orioles, now in my mind, no matter what, need at least two more solid starting pitchers, not guys past their prime, but guys that can really help this team now for multiple years. And if it's not through the trade, getting a guy like a Mackenzie Gore or a Joe Ryan, which would be phenomenal for this Orioles rotation to go with Rogers and Bradish, who are going to be the 1-2 there. You still have Dean Kramer, who he's not the greatest, but he can definitely be a guy in the back end of that rotation. You get two more guys there that really help solidify this rotation. And could they be making the way for a big move? We talked about Framber Valdez. Could the Orioles be going after Framber Valdez? Could they be going after Dylan Cease? Could they be going after Zach Gallen? I was not expecting this Rodriguez trade, so as an Orioles fan, I always have hope, but I'm not expecting a big-time free agency signing, which means it's most likely going to happen this year with Mike Elias, now the president of baseball operations in Baltimore. So we will see. Only time will tell. This move, I really feel, starting to kick things off, and I think over the next couple of days, you're going to hear a lot more in the trade market, a lot more rumors circulating, and the Orioles are in need, guys, of another at least two arms. I know a lot of you guys said we already needed two arms. They would have been really nice. I would have loved at least the addition of one more with a healthy Grayson Rodriguez in there, but you need just at least two more nice, serviceable starting pitchers to go with. You still need the bullpen help in the back end as well. And are they done in the outfield? Or are they going to package some guys together, send them on their way, which is going to clean up that outfield? They're going to add another first baseman. There's so many things that I feel like are getting ready to start happening here. It's going to be an exciting winter. And I did want to end this episode talking about a former Oriole, Nick Markakis. He was officially added to the 2026 Hall of Fame ballot. He joins 12 others as first-timers on the ballot, with some notable ones: Alex Gordon, Gio Gonzalez, Ryan Braun, and Shin-Soo Choo. Markakis, he played 15 years in the big league, spent most of his career with the Orioles. He did finish his career in Atlanta. It was, for me as a diehard O's fan, sad to see him go to Atlanta, but was really happy he had as much success there as he did. He was a career 288 hitter, had 189 career home runs, and just shy of 2,400 hits. He was a one-time All-Star, a one-time Silver Slugger Award winner, a three-time Gold Glover. He is also in the Orioles Hall of Fame, and he had a great career. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to make it to the Hall of Fame, but just being on the ballot, in my opinion, is a great honor. So I am really happy for Nick Markakis, and really excited that, again, he was just able to get that honor. And guys, thank you so much for watching this latest episode here of Orioles Today on the channel. If you're a fan of this episode, please throw a bag of barbecue flavored sunflower seeds at the like button. And if you're a fan of this content, please subscribe. Get yourself daily notifications for all of these daily video drops covering all things the Baltimore Orioles. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Again, this is Orioles Today. I'm Sean Ferguson, and let's go O's.